Hey kids, Mr. Began here. Today I'd like to show you a demonstration that I call pouring air. And to do this demonstration I need a couple of jars. You could use coffee cups, glasses. I wouldn't use anything made of paper or plastic because there's some fire involved, but 2 containers. You need a candle. A birthday candle would be fine. You need your candle to be able to stand up in the jar. So I have my candle attached to the bottom of a little cup here, but if you have a candle that will stand up, even a piece of clay can make it stand up, that'll work fine. You need something to light the candle. You need some baking soda. I have it here in this container, and a spoon, and you need some vinegar, not this much. One other thing you need, since you're going to be lighting this, you need an adult. You know what an adult is there for? Somebody to blame when things go wrong. So make sure you have an adult. Okay, I'm ready. I'm going to put my candle in one of the jars, doesn't matter which one, and then light it. Put the candle in the jar first, then light it, otherwise you'll burn yourself. Next, in my other jar, I'm going to put just a couple of spoonfuls of baking soda. You don't have to measure real carefully for this experiment. And some vinegar. Now, I'm sure many of you probably noticed that if you put baking soda and vinegar together, you get a chemical reaction. A chemical reaction means that the substances change chemically. And you can tell there's a chemical reaction if there's a change of color, if there's flames or an explosion, if there's a smell produced, or in this case, there's a gas produced. I won't tell you what the gas is, but I'm going to create a gas. And when I create it, I want to keep the gas in the container. So I'm going to cover up the container. Just any flat object will do, even your hand will do if the container is small. I want it to bubble up close to the surface, and I'm trapping the gas inside. Now that gas is the air that I'm going to pour. But I don't want to pour out the liquid. I want to pour only the gas. And I'm going to pour the gas into the other jar, and you should be able to tell because the candle should go out. So watch carefully. And the candle went out, but the liquid is still down here. So there's something about this gas that makes it pourable. It's able to be poured. And there's also something about this gas that causes the candle to go out. I want you to think about what that is. Now, if I take my lighter, put it down in the jar, it goes out. Because whatever that gas is, it's still in the bottom of the jar. I'm going to pour it out. Now, you might see a little bit of smoke, but that's not the gas. The gas that I put in there is invisible. Now I should be able to light my lighter. Yep, so let's try it again. And this time I'm going to add a little twist to the experiment. What I'm going to do this time is I'm going to see if I can pour the air out, but keep enough to put out the candle twice. So I've got to make sure I cover my jar and capture that gas inside. Spoonfuls of baking soda, and my vinegar, and I'm going to make sure I try to capture as much of the gas as I can. A little bit more. Okay. If the bubbling liquid overflows, that's fine. Just make sure you clean it up later. Okay, I should Should have a good collection of gas in there. Let's see if I can pour just enough to put out the candle, but then keep the container covered. Look how fast it went out. All right, now I'm going to dump out that gas. Light my candle again. See if I have enough in here to do it again. Don't let the liquid come out, only the gas. Looks like I can make my candle waver, but I don't have enough gas to put it out a second time. If you have a taller, narrower container, maybe that will help. Maybe a smaller container here, I don't know. Try it out yourself. How many times can you put out a candle with the same collection of gas? Give it a try. Let me know.